What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Dugas, coming at y'all with another video, man. Hey, man, and today, man, I'm going to talk about the SEC championship game. You had the #1 Alabama Crimson Tide beating the #4 Georgia Bulldogs 35-28 in a very, very classic football game, man. That has so many things that took place in this game, man. First off, before I get in the video, man, I do want to give myself a little pat on the back. Like, I had Alabama winning this game 35-20. You know, Georgia obviously scored 28 points, but I did pick Alabama to win 35 points, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back for whatever that's worth. Before I get into this video, also, another thing I want to make very clear to all you Alabama fans, I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. I hate the fact that y'all was in this game. I don't like the fact that y'all won this game and y'all the SEC champs. But with that being said, man, a huge, huge congratulations, man, to Alabama for winning this game, man. And I also want to give a real congratulations, man, to that young man, Jalen Hurts, man. You know, bro, like, you know, we love watching football, man, and you know, we get into it, we get after it. You know, we praise the players that do well. You know, we get down on the players that do bad. But like, you know, just thinking about Jalen Hurts a little bit, man, you know, he came in as a true freshman. You know, he basically won the job. They opened the game against USC, you know, at Jerry World. He basically was the SEC Player of the Year, had a great year, not only led his team to the national championship against Clemson, but when he left the field with a long touchdown run, and Alabama had the lead. Their defense just couldn't hold up against Big Game Deshaun. Then you think about last year, man, you know, besides the game against Auburn that they fell short, you know, he had another, like, really solid season, man. You know, led his team all the way to the national championship game again and had a really bad first half. And after that, man, you know, everything just went downhill for him after that, man. You know, Tua came in. I'm sure he was happy to get a national championship, but he lost his job to Tua. You know, he coming in this year, a lot of people, including myself, thought he would transfer, you know, and he stuck it out, man, in a society that tells you if you can't get it, just give up and go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And for him to not only stick it out, especially with the type of season that Tua was having, ironically against the same team in the same building that he lost his job. Now, I'm not saying he gonna get his job back, but it's ironic that this time he get to go into the game against that Georgia team, trailing like Tua did last year, and put together great drives to come back and win the football game, man. I just want everybody to know, man, that is the true definition of character, yo. Character is not being praised and loving it when everything is going right and just embracing it. Character is whenever everybody is talking down on you, people are losing faith in you, and you stay positive and you stay motivated and you keep getting better every day. And then you look again, man, your opportunity presents itself again, and you go out there and you run with it. I want to give a big shout out to Jalen Hurts, man, because he showed the true testament of real character. All of us could learn from this young man for the type of character he displayed, not only throughout the season, but the way he stepped up when his number was called and and did it for his team, man. Came through for his team when his team needed him the most. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jalen Hurts for that, man. You know, it was a very entertaining game, man. Georgia came to play, man. Like, you know, Swift, man. Swift was out there looking like LaShawn McCoy with the little stop on the dime cuts, you know, for touchdowns and stuff like that. Man, Jake Fromm was completely erasing the whole narrative that you got to be a dual threat quarterback to beat Alabama. Man, he was out there making pinpoint accurate passes that was completely on the money, yo. Like, Georgia's offensive line was dominating. Their defense was getting after Tua, man. Got an interception, 2 red zone interceptions off of Tua. You know what I'm saying? Harassed them, was hitting them, had them banged up all game, man. Georgia was dominating this football game, man. Until Blankenship missed that chip shot field goal. They would have went up 31-14, and he missed the chip shot field goal, man. Tua comes down, hits Waddle on a slant, and my goodness, this guy has blazing speed, man. He caught this ball, and he hit the sideline, put it in a whole nother gear. Next thing you know, it's 28-21. Then, of course, everybody know Georgia stopped, got the ball, didn't do nothing. Georgia stopped Alabama. Tua goes down, Then Alabama gets the ball back. Credit to Jalen Hurts, had a huge 3rd and 12 throw to Irv Smith, made a couple of nice little throws, threw a touchdown pass to Judy, tied the game up. Georgia was moving the ball a little bit. Then they had a 4th and 11 at the 50-yard line. Then Kirby smart, man. It's 4th down and 11 at the 50-yard line. Kirby Smart decides to turn into Kirby Dumb and not only call a fake punt on 4th and 11. You made it so obvious you got Justin Fields in the game. Everybody knows Justin Fields ain't out there to go cover no kick. Like, Alabama was waiting on it. Who you thought you was fooling? You see, the problem with these coaches, man, when it comes to recruiting is this, man. Sometimes you can have too much of a good thing. Georgia really wanted Justin Fields over there. He's a generational type of talent. You know what I'm saying? If he just gets coached up right, he could be like a little Cam Newton. The problem is you already got Jake Fromm, who just took you to a national championship game, and besides the game against my LSU Tigers, has looked pretty solid out there all season. But what you do is you waste plays, yo. Even on that drive, that same drive, the 1st down play, you wasted a play by just wanting Justin Fields to get playing time. Because you probably promised the young man that he could come in there and compete for the job. Like Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback that was ranked behind him, went over and took that job at Clemson. I'm sorry, bro, but you're not good enough to have a job, man. So why is you keep throwing him out there with these little wildcats in such a competitive football game, wasting plays? It's 4th and 11. You should punt the ball. As great as Jalen Hurts played, Jalen Hurts is not a great passer. You punt the football and you pin them deep and make him drive the length of the field to beat you. What is you doing faking a punt on 4th and 11, thinking you gonna get a 1st down? If you don't get it, you putting them at the 50-yard line of a tie ball game, yo. That is just idiotic. Just like when he played my LSU Tigers, the first drive, you gonna fake a field goal. Why are you out here trying to outsmart you? You ain't some genius. You're doing a pretty good job at Georgia, but yo, man, what is you doing? If I was a Georgia fan, I would be very upset right now. Because it's Jake Fromm was on fire today, yo. If you punt the ball deep and Jalen Hurts goes 90 yards or 80 yards and beat you, or 75 yards and beat you, you got to shake his hand. But you going to put him at the 50 on 4th and 11? Nah, bro. That ain't what's up, man. That ain't what's up, man. You cost your team. You cost your team today, man. You cost your team. Even all these plays you throwing him out there to let him feel good. Nah, bro. Let's be real. Hey, man, Jake Fromm is the guy this year. Go red shirt, go improve, get better. You know what I'm saying? We're going to coach you up. Go get better, yo. We not wasting, unless Fromm is just playing pitiful or unless we blowing somebody out, you ain't going in the game. That's just how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seeing Nick Saban. You probably seen Hurts out there for 1 or 2 plays, man. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you ain't seeing him out there throwing Hurts out there for this and that. Nah, bro, if the other man earns the job, he needs to play. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Especially when this game is competitive as it is, yo. That 4th and 11 play might have cost your team a chance to play in the college football playoff, Kirby Smart. So, I'm just calling it like it is, man. That was not very smart, man. You know what I'm saying? But then after that, man, shout out to Jalen Hurts, man. Them guys went down and he had the game-winning touchdown run to put Alabama up 35-28, and then went on and closed the game out, man. You know, this Alabama team is special, man. I hate to say it, but they're a special team, man, because for a team that's been blowing people out all year long, man, just running people out of the building, beating people by 50, 40, 30, whatever, how many points they be beating people by, not only to play a close game today, but to be down 14 points in the second half. For your Heisman contending quarterback, Tua to go down, which I do honestly think he lost the Heisman today to Kyle Murray. You know what I'm saying? But for your Heisman contending quarterback to go down and you be down, and for the backup to come in there and the team to rally behind him, man, it shows a lot of resiliency for this football team, and which is why I think they're gonna go on and win another national championship. I mean, Georgia had the talent to play with them. You know what I'm saying? Georgia had the talent and the experience at quarterback and the experience in the coaching staff to give them a run for their money and a little bit of familiarity with them. I don't see Clemson beating them. I damn sure don't see Notre Dame beating them. You know what I'm saying? And whether it look like it might be Oklahoma, I don't see Oklahoma beating them neither, man. This team is going to win another national championship. I'll be extremely surprised if they don't. Now, we got to see the severity of Tua's injury. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming the fact that he came back on the sideline, I'm assuming he's going to be okay. But, you know, we got to see the effects of his injury, man. But if Tua could play, shit, even Jalen Hurts showed tonight, hey, if Tua can't play, I remember how to win football games. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, man, Alabama is the best team in college football, man. They got tested today. Everybody wanted to see them be tested. They got beyond tested today, and they pulled it out, man. Shout out to them, man. The SEC champs. They're going to the college football playoffs undefeated and the #1 team in the country. Congratulations to the Alabama Crimson Tide, man. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go and give me a subscribe, man. I'm going to have NCAA football content throughout the season, man. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.